deadliest weapon on the battlefield, the sniper.
Once you've hunted men, nothing else matters.
There is nowhere to hide.
If we are looking at you and you have deemed yourself a bad guy, we're going to be there to kill you.
From Vietnam to the longest kill shot in history.
They thought that day was their lucky day, but it wasn't.
The world's most extreme shots. Executed by men who live the sniper's creed. One shot, one kill. The Hunting Ground, Ramadi, Iraq, 2005.
When we first rolled into Ramadi, the IED rate was approximately 95 to 100 IEDs a week.
Our mission was to just find people in placing IEDs and to take them out.
GIs fighting in Iraq have a motto: be polite, be professional, and have a plan to kill everyone you meet.
If we are looking at you and you have deemed yourself a bad guy, we're going to be there to kill you.
The sniper, First Sergeant James Gilliland. Longest kill shot with a .7.62 caliber rifle, 7/10 of a mile.
Once the individual takes that step and crosses the line, then he comes into our world. He becomes a target.
Gilliland and Shadow Team, a 10-man Army sniper unit, watch insurgent activity from hides throughout the city. They rack up 276 kills in 6 months. Shadow Team sets up its main hide on the rooftop of the OP Hotel, overlooking Route Michigan, the major roadway through Ramadi.
It was the tallest building in the city, so obviously we had 360-degree observation. We were pretty much on the roof in what we called a crow's nest.
Gilliland preaches two things to his team: multiple weapon engagements and body shots, AKA center mass holds.
Basically, center mass is just under the breastplate. It would not only give you a larger target surface to hit, but also it can be used as a desensitizing in a way that you're not looking at the individual. Instead of picking out a facial feature to engage, you are picking out a shirt button. In the sniper game, everybody wants to think that the headshot is the way to go. I wanted to get away from that, especially in that environment. There were multiple targets regularly, and if you wasted the time to take 2 well-aimed headshots, you could have taken 5 body shots and then come back and either captured or re-engaged and killed the enemy. We were probably engaging up to 3 or 4 targets a day, sometimes more.
Because they were scared of us. We heard many times Knas was Iraqi for sniper, and we'd hear over the intercoms of the mosques and stuff, blah, 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 Knas, 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 constantly. I think it was always just warning people that we're out there, which helped us, because honestly, fear is a big factor.
Over 6 months, Shadow Team clears their sector of IEDs, but the real danger will come from the rooftops.
We were overwatching one of the line companies that were doing cordon search in the industrial area. It was to the north side of the OP Hotel. A common practice for a lot of units, to get the best observation they can get, they would go to the rooftops of buildings. And when you do that, you skyline yourself. Just like you can see a single tree on a mountain if it sticks up above the mountain. And that's essentially what these guys were doing. They were making targets of themselves. I called down, I was like, hey, you need to tell Jason he needs to get down. And, you know, lo and behold, a few minutes would go by and he'd be standing up again with a couple of the other guys. I called back down there, I was like, hey, you know, you can tell Jason he needs to get back down. Everybody can see him. If I can see him where I'm at, everybody else can see him. When I saw this going on for the 3rd time, I picked the radio up. Right as I was going to go to key it to tell him, I was like, hey, you need to get those guys down one more time. Right before I pushed the talk button is when I saw him jerk and he fell.
Man down, man
We're providing overwatch, and then you hear over the radio, man down. Someone just got shot by an enemy sniper. So we are just glued to the scopes, looking everywhere, trying to find the sniper. So we start looking at the hospital, and Sergeant Gilliland saw the sniper in the window on one of the top floors.
I could clearly make out a longer barrel Kalashnikov type rifle. We knew that from our building to that hospital was 1,250 meters, or 7/10 of a mile from our observation post. The rifle I had in front of me was a standard issued M24 sniper rifle.
The enemy sniper is 1,367 yards away, the distance of 13.5 football fields, nearly 500 yards beyond the maximum effective range of Gilliland's M24.
The perfect intent was not to make a one-round clean shot. It was to, at that distance, suppress the target. The M24 has a Leupold M3 Alpha scope. That's a fixed 10 power with mil dots and a bullet drop compensator. You correlate the number to the amount of hundreds of yards that you're going to shoot. I turned the turret to 10 to shoot for 1,000 yards. Quick calculation, estimated the bullet drop, decided that I needed to hold about 3 mils over the target to compensate for the drop.
Gilliland aims or holds off 8 feet left of the target to compensate for a light wind and spin drift. This compensation is known as Kentucky windage.
The crosshairs were completely off target. Once I was comfortable with where my sight was, I squeezed the round off. I noticed the target grimace, and then he fell back, and didn't see him come back up again. After the guy went down, I turned around and looked at my spotter. I said, "You see that?" The report came back that there was a single individual male on the 4th floor balcony with a single gunshot wound to the center of the chest. And the angle was pretty severe. So the bullet actually entered at one part and stopped somewhere inside the individual's body.
There's so many factors to a shot like that. And over a distance like that, it had to fall just perfect. It was a 1 in a million shot.
Gilliland's kill shot at 7/10 of a mile with his M24 sniper rifle rewrites the record books for .7.62 caliber rifles.
In all honesty, I wasn't trying to necessarily engage the individual as much as I was trying to get around close enough to him to get him out of the window.